Hey everybody, and I will be giving my review for The Iron Claw in this video. Now this is a film that I was back and forth on watching. I used to be a wrestling fan, definitely not this time period of wrestling, but used to be a wrestling fan, have really gotten out of it for the most part. There's still a couple ones I follow that still wrestle now, but most of the ones I watched have retired or close to retirement. Um, So, The Iron Claw is the true story of the inseparable Von Erich brothers who made history in the intensely competitive world of professional wrestling in the early 80s. Through tragedy and triumph under the shadow of the domineering father and coach, the brothers seek larger than life immortality on the biggest stage in sports. Now, this does star Zac Efron, Jeremy Allen White, um, Maura Tierney, Holt McCalley, Lily James. Uh, really good list of people. Um, this film ended up being really good, a lot better than I expected it to be. Honestly, in a way, I didn't know what to expect. I sort of thought maybe it was going to be just a very slow burn that I just couldn't get into because it wasn't my time frame of wrestling, and I didn't know if I could connect with these characters since it wasn't my my time period. But um, everybody in this film does a great job. Um, you know, Zac Efron plays basically kind of the main brother, and he's the one that basically has to watch. If you know the story of the Von Erichs, basically they had like a curse, supposed curse on the family because the brothers kept dying in some fashion, either sickness or suicide or something like that. Um, and Zac's character is the one that has to uh, watch his brothers throughout the film die. So he's sort of like, I would call him the head brother, the main brother. Um, and you're kind of following his story for the most part. It's kind of more through, I guess, his point of view. Um, but they all do a great job. Um, the father, the guy that plays the father in this, does a really great job at making you hate him. I mean, I wanted to punch him many times throughout the whole movie, and I was just waiting for one of them to finally stand up to him. Um, and the mom, she had her moments where she wasn't the greatest person, but definitely nowhere near as bad as the dad was. I don't know how they survived in that house as long as they did with that father that they had. He's one of the worst fathers you could have. Um, Obviously, there's some fathers that's done worse things, but he's definitely up there. But he did, like I said, he does a good job at making you hate that his character. Um, I will say, cinematography wise, everything was really nice. Costume design, costume, everything looked the part. It looked that time period, so that was really nice. The only thing I could say, if I was going to find a flaw in this, was it did feel a little slow, like I expected with a slow burn. But I think that was because the death of three of the brothers. One brother you don't get to see die. He was like 6 or something, 5, 6 when he died. They don't show it. Um, they just kind of reference it. But the other three, um, they're they're just so quick in a way. I wanted more from at least two of the deaths in this movie. Um, because the one death they give the right amount of attention to. I think you get the emotional effects from that death. Um, but then the other two, they're so quick, and I don't feel like you get enough attention to them. And I wanted more attention to it. I wanted to see more of the emotion from Zach's character. I wanted to see more emotion from uh, the other brothers that were still left. You get like a little piece of it, but I feel like they could have done a little bit more to really make us feel, at least make me feel that, because I know a lot of people cried with this one. I didn't cry. I came close towards at the end, but it didn't hit me that way fully. Um, you know, whether it be because they're just not my time frame of wrestlers, or whether it be I couldn't connect with some of the scenes because they didn't give enough to warrant that response for me. I don't know, but yeah, I wanted a little bit more emotion, if you will, from this one, um, and I think it would have been a little bit better. I mean, it may sound bad, but that's what I got from the film that I could take away from the film. That was sort of what I would consider a negative. Um, but other than that, everything else was great. Everything else worked great. Um, everybody acted great, and I ended up giving it a 4 out of 5. Um, we'll see where it lands on my chart. You'll find that out when I do my best and worst of the year for 2023. If it made the top tier or not, um, but yeah. So that is everything for my review for the Iron Claw. So please come like, subscribe, hit the bell, be notified for our videos, and we'll see you all in the next one.